The Harmattan is a dry and dusty northeasterly trade wind. No, I'm reading geography here. And it blows from the Sahara Desert over the West African subcontinent and all that. But we know the Harmattan is here. I mean, just long, simple, and short. You sleep, you can't sleep. We have difficulties, etc. But how do we manage within the period of the Harmattan, etc.? So we have our guest in the studio, and I have from the Meteo office, the Kutuka International Airport, from the Ghana Meteorological Agency, Joseph Potofi. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Auche. So basically, tell us about the Harmattan. How does it come about? Because I know that over the last 4 years, we hadn't been experiencing the way we had. So I thought that we had changed.
No. I think last year was even severer than this, if you could remember.
Perhaps not in Accra.
In Accra, where we have a visibility going down as way as 500 meters, where a lot of flights were cancelled. Yeah. Yes, Harmattan is simply, in Ghana we have two seasons, two major seasons. We have the rainy season and the dry season, depending on the location of the sun. So now the sun has gone into the southern hemisphere. Once it has gone to the southern hemisphere, the systems are also moving. So now the wind direction has changed from northeasterly winds, as you said. So once the wind is coming from northeasterly winds with how do we call it, pressure systems. Currently, we are having what we call a high pressure system all over the North African zone, from Mediterranean to Egypt. So when that high pressure system sits on us and it drops with the center getting to 1040 hectopascal, then we are in for a very severe Harmattan. And currently, that is what Harmattan actually started over a month ago. Yes, it's with us over a month ago. But the severity is what we started experiencing just yesterday and then today. Yeah. So it's just the wind that comes from the Sahara Desert. And when it's coming from the Sahara Desert, it carries a lot of dust. So the dust now settled on us, and that impaired the vision that we normally have. And then it made visibility very poor. And because it's coming from the subtropical high, it is very cold. So we have the cold, then we have the dusty nature particles. That's a simple Harmattan.
And that's very symptomatic of the weather.
Yeah.
But I thought we were told that because of climate change, etc., perhaps the weather has been meshed a bit. So it wouldn't have be severe these days as it would.
No, yes, people say climate change, but I would say climate variability.
Climate
variability.
I see.
In the sense that yes, you may have the normal climate, but at certain times it varies. So I normally prefer to use climate variability, because this season might be very mild, but the next season will be what? Very, very severe. So I take it as a climate variability. And we are in for it, yep.
And so we have a colleague on the line. From one, we have Rafiq Salam. Rafiq, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Roland.
How's the Harmattan going? I see that it's not easy for you.
I can tell you that it's not easy for me. Where I am standing, currently standing on the road from Banongoma to Kumbia, and the winds are blowing. They are trying to blow me off, and then it's really not easy here in Wa.
But how severe is it? I know you're not a weatherman. You can use all the terminologies like Mr. Joseph Potofi, who is in our studio today from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. How severe is it from your own experiences?
Harmattan, as the writer said, started about a month ago, but we started experiencing 8 west storm, I think, a couple of days ago. Where I am, or where I do stay, it's not, the weather here is not same as when you are at the southern part of Uwa. Here it's colder, and it's really not easy to stay here, because here is more or less like a valley. And so it's really harsh here, and then the people are really dressing now like Eskimos. And I can tell you that they are not dressing to kill, but they are trying to protect themselves.
But I know that usually up north, it comes with some variations to your skin and the way you feel. So how does it feel around there?
The wind is not all that cold, but it's very dry wind, very hazy. and then also dusty. And then these days it's not good to wear white shirt. You can't wear it twice because from morning up to evening it will look brownish. And then also the other thing that you can also look at your skin. Part of it is somehow it's like it cracks. And so I even visited some shops in town, and they told me that people used not to buy gasoline because they've been there for months. But now that we are having the Harmattan, these people are coming around to buy the gasoline. And so the shop owners, the cosmetic owners, they are really good business, and they are happy, and they would like the Harmattan to continue.
And I also see that you've glossed your lips very well. What did you use?
It's a normal lip shine.
But does it impede perhaps activities one way or the other in terms of how people work and go around and move around town to and fro?
Yeah, because I left the house around 8 o'clock, and I can tell you that I got to the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council, and only few officers I could be seen at the office, and also even those who are there are even having pullovers. I went to the market by 6, 7, our market women, and they are already there. By the time that I got to the market, very few people could be seen in the market. I met one woman here who happens to always be the first person to be in the market. She told me that she always comes to the market around 4 a.m. But because of the Hamatan, and now she has changed her time to about 5:30 because she's somebody who cooks rice. And then the complaint from her was that after they finish cooking the rice, the people, the customers are not coming because they have to wait after 10 o'clock that they can come. And so it's really affecting our business here. But I can also tell you that there's a mad rush for clovers in town. I bumped into one man who was selling these pullovers, and then people were really there patronizing these pullovers.
I see. Now, the dress you're wearing, I know it's one usually in Arabia. What do you call it?
Local, we call it here Zalabia, but it's a
Aha.
Muslim gown.
Yeah, I know. If you look at the Zalabia and the setting and the background with which you are, reminds me of some of the countries I visited in Northern Africa. I see you're just around the desert area with a lot of winds blowing.
Yes, we are closer to the desert. We are closer to Burkina Faso, and Burkina Faso is in the desert, and so that's why we are having the weather being severe here. But I can also tell you that even in the upper west region here, your meteorological man I can tell you, but even the weather here is also different. When you move towards the east, like places like Tumu, it's wet. It's wet in the Sisala East District.
Okay, let me punish you a little bit. So be there. I want to get a response from Joseph, then I'll get back to you. So what he's saying, it's very symptomatic of the period,
Very
especially
well,
in the
very
north.
well.
Because he said they started experiencing it before we even started.
Yeah, over a month ago.
Why is that? What phenomenon is that?
Yes, because when the system is coming, it moves because it's coming from the desert. It gets to them before it gets to us, and also when you look at because we have fortunately for us, we are along the coast where we have moisture coming in. Because we are along the coast, we have a little moisture coming in, so it tends to modify the severity of the Harmattan. But now we could say that it is not severe because the system has moved down into the sea. So if you go about 60, 70 kilometers into the sea, you still have the Harmattan. So the effect of the coastal region is not having anything on us. And why we say it's very cold is that during the day, WACAN is now reporting over 39 to 40 degrees Celsius of
39 to 40?
yeah, temperature.
That's hot.
That's very hot during the day. But what happens is, because during the night there are no clouds, so all the radiation just evaporates. Then it gives what? Cooled. That's why, and their temperature for this morning was around 19. So from 39 to 40 to 19. So it's very, very cold because there are no clouds.
And Rafik, so from here, where will you be going?
From here, I need to get to the market and speak to two people about the weather and the sudden change in weather, and also how people are also making good use of the weather to cash in.
Please walk very well because I know the wind can blow you away. You're not too heavy, are you?
I'm now heavy. Nowadays, I'm not eating well.
Please, too much food and weight is not good for you. Please check your weight. Okay, thank you very much, Rafiq Salam. But we also want to gauge the mood, especially how the weather is influencing or affecting daily movement. And we have to go to Martina Bugri, lead correspondent in the Northern region. And Martina, is it the same situation in which the Harmattan is as severe as we're finding from Rafiq way in Wa?
And it's not too severe in the northern region here. You only have cold weather in the night and towards dawn. But as the sun comes out in the morning, the place gets warm. And so you find people in their normal clothes that they would normally wear. Just a handful would wear long sleeve shirts and pullovers. But apart from that, you have most of the people in their normal dresses that they would wear. And so it's not too cold here. We just have the dust and a bit of dryness, which is always the case. But this time it's more drier than we have experienced in the past. But for the cold, it's not that cold.
Martina, would you say during the day people are able to move freely? They are not hindered? Or just because they are used to, they're okay?
Probably because they are used to. It's not too cold, though, but I think that for anyone who is entering the region, you would like to wear warmer clothes. But those who are in it, see this year as a moderate compared to previous years, because previous years, at this time of the morning, you would be in something heavy. You cover your head, your feet, and everything. But like I'm standing, I'm wearing my office dress, just normal dress, nothing on top, just a dress. And so are so many people around.
Martina, you're a tough lady. You can withstand all forms of weather. Let's see whether we get you to the snow and you can survive. Thank you very much. Martina Bugri is our correspondent from the Northern region. We're asking her how the Harmattan was dealing with them. And so it means that we need to be wearing, or they need to be wearing a lot more protective.
Yeah, warm clothes, yeah.
Warm. But it feels humid sometimes.
Yeah, because the relative humidity itself has dropped.
Okay.
Now, Tamale is reporting, yesterday they reported 17%. That is the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. Even Accra here yesterday we reported around 13, 14. So it means the amount of moisture in the system also dropped. And once it has dropped, it means you have some chilly skin. Yeah, you have very chilly skin.
I love cold weather, but it's just like within the period it comes with sore throat.
Yeah, some are allergic to dust and they get some, what you call it, bronchitis or that sort of thing. And some are allergic to dust. But one thing that normally, the effect of this Harmattan is for motorists, especially motorists, because it impedes how far you can see ahead of you.
Traveling motorists?
Yes. The visibility reduced. Then at the normal time, we have visibility over 20,000 meters, or I can say 10,000 meters. But currently, in Accra Airport, we are reporting, this morning, they are reporting 500 meters. That's the visibility. That's how far you can see. And 500 meters, I doubt if some of the aircraft can even land or take off. But as I said, Tamale is a bit okay. They are reporting around 1,700 meters. Kumasi is also reporting about 3,000 meters.
So aircraft can move?
Yeah, they can. But in Accra, it's dangerous. Because Accra now is reporting 500. My check said it's reporting 500.
So have you ground flights?
Oh, we cannot ground flights. We only give them what is there. And then they take the decision. We cannot ground any flight. We tell them, we give them the threshold. If the navigation equipment at the airport can help them to fly and land, that decision is theirs. And also these days, because the moisture in the atmosphere is not there, things become very dry and drier. And you know, in our markets, we have stores. All these stores are made of wood. So we need to be very careful not to expose naked fire. So this is very, very dangerous. Those who smoke, when they throw the pieces of the smoke out and it falls on the grass, it can inflame. So we need to be very cautious about how we expose naked fire. It's very, very important.
Yeah. In the days of explosion and things like that,
Very well. We should be very, very
So this is a time where we have a lot more of the fires.
Yes, this is a time. This is a peak
They
of
just
it.
get sparked off easily?
No, they don't spark off. At certain places, they can spark off easily on their own. But the temperature that we are having now cannot spark them off unless it is human-induced. And with human-induced, it can be very dangerous. Even at your home.
All right, so we'll open the phone lines. You tell us your experiences. If you're also having a bad time with the Harmattan, tell us your experiences. And then if you have certain questions you would want to ask Mr. Joseph Potofi, mind you, he is with the Ghana Meteorological Agency, but located at the Kutika International Airport. And you have any questions you would want to ask, there are certain signs you're seeing in your community or in your area you're not too sure of, you would want some clarity on them, I think that he's the best person to speak to you. And the numbers are 03022116991 or 2. Again, 03022116991 or 2. And let us know what your thoughts are. I think they are critical in us measuring how we are able to survive within the period. But we can survive within the period, can't we?
Survive. We can all survive.
Even under some of the worst intentions of weather. So for us, Matthew, apart from us calling you, what sort of caution do you give people to beyond us calling you?
Yeah, I think last week, to be precise, Tuesday and Wednesday, we went out to say that by Sunday to Monday, the Harmattan, its severity will increase, and it has come to pass. We issue bulletin, we issue weather warnings, we advise advisories to people. So we've done that already, and fortunately, it has also come to pass. Yeah.
Kwame, where are you calling us from, Kwame? Well, Kwame's line seems to have dropped. And going forward, how do you make sure that for the agencies that tend to use the weather a lot, we have Kwame back on the line. Kwame?
Yes, please.
You're not Kwame, are you?
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
Kwame from Ho.
Okay. All right. So, you have any question for Mr. Potofi of the Ghana Meteorological Agency?
Please, that on DWTV that there is snow is falling at Ho, at Sahara Desert. Please, is it true?
You heard where?
Snow is falling at the Sahara Desert. Please, is it true?
I think by the state of the climate there, snow cannot fall. I don't know, but that's my little knowledge. But let me ask Mr. Potofi, is it true?
You are perfectly right. There is no way snow can fall in the Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert?
No, there is no way.
From the Mediterranean, the sea, the
no.
winds cannot...
No, there is no way.
All right, so there's no snow. Kwame? Kwame has gone. And we have Samson. Samson, where are you calling from? Samson? Samson?
Hello?
Yeah, Samson, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Upper East.
Well, I know, it's a very big region. Where exactly in Upper East?
Zebila.
Okay, Samson. I know you're a regular caller on the show, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
Is the weather that bad in your area?
In fact, it's more than the word bad.
Well,
if you wake up in the morning, you cannot even go out. The weather is cool and the wind is just blowing. If you see your legs, you won't even like it.
Are you able to move out? At least.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you have any question you want to address? You want Mr. Potofi to address? I think that would be great.
Yes. I would like to ask you, like the way this weather is, we see that you have done nothing to your legs and your legs keep cracking. What will you do?
What will you do?
If your legs...
Yeah.
Yes, I think you need to get some pomade, especially shea butter, and then you try to apply it to the leg.
Oh, that's good, because in our East, shea butter is easy to get. So.
Very well. You apply to the legs and the skin and then the mouth. It's better.
All right. Thank you very much.
I don't know.
And good morning.
Well, thank you very much. I think I put you on the spot. You're not a medical person and cosmetologist, right? Yeah. But it's okay. I think your experience has shown that these are some of the things that need to be done. Yeah. And we have Imurana. Hello. Yeah. What's the pronunciation of your name, sir?
Imrana.
Imrana.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you calling us from, sir?
I'm calling from Tamale.
You have any questions for Mr. Joseph Potofi of the Ghana Meteorological Agency?
No, not a question.
Okay, you want to contribute. Please go ahead.
Yes. I want to say the weather here is starting very fast as compared to what we always experienced in the past. When you wake up in the morning, you see the place is very dark. and you can't even see from far. I don't know what will happen in the next 2 days. So it will even make us late for work. When you wake up, before you can come out, everything has, the weather has to be clear before you can come out. So I don't know, like the caution that the man can give to the people.
So when you have poor visibility, what should be the ideal thing? That's what he wants.
Yeah,
to
it's
know.
very true. When the dust are settling down, then it impedes visibility. So if you are a rider, you are a motor rider, you are a vehicle driver, you need to be very cautious because you cannot see ahead of you. So when you are moving, you need to reduce your speed. If possible, always put on your light or your fog light. This is the time you need to use it. And then when you do that, it will save lives. But you don't need to speed because you cannot see ahead of you. But you need to go where you want to go. So you must still go. So you need to be very cautious. If you are a motor rider or a bicycle or vehicle rider, you need to be very cautious to reduce your speed.
Very good morning to you, Cyril. Cyril?
Good morning.
Cyril, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Tamale.
Oh, okay. You have a question or you want to share your weather experiences with us?
Yeah, both. I want to share my experience and then I have a question for the big man. Yes. It's like I want to differ a bit from our northern regional correspondent because looking at the weather currently, as in Tamale, very cold. Even in some areas, you find it very difficult to come out. The whole body is very dry. If you don't protect yourself well, you can't even stand outside. The wind is blowing. So for her, I think she's a strong woman for saying that she's wearing her normal dresses. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yes. And my question is, how does one prevent sore throat during this Harmattan? How do we prevent that?
Sore throat?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
It's very true. You try to take a lot of water. You try to take because there will be some dehydration too. So you need to take a lot of water.
You could be dehydrated.
Yeah, you could be dehydrated, especially over the north. And the pressure system, because there's a difference in pressure systems of your body and the environment. You also don't need to be running around. You don't need to be doing those menial hard jobs. If you run around, if you don't take time, you vomit blood because the pressure of the body and the pressure outside, there is a variation. So if you go to the north right now, you attempt to run, you'll be vomiting blood. Yeah.
If you try to, let's say, even exercise or jog,
it is not advisable
it's
now.
not advisable.
It's not advisable. Yeah.
Okay, it's not advisable.
Yes, it's not advisable. You can do, but you just have to
Or
minimize
perhaps maybe you can just
light jogging
in your room or something.
Yeah, but if you are not used to the north and you do that, it is very disastrous. Yeah.
Sheku.
Hello?
Hello, Sheku. Where are you calling us from? Is the name Sheku?
No, it's Luanga.
What?
Shakur.
Shakur.
Yes,
Like Tupac Shakur.
I'm calling from Wale Wale.
Wale Wale. Please go ahead, please.
Shakur, calling from Wale Wale.
Shakur, please go ahead, Shakur. You
please, I'm just going to verify from my man there to see
about the snow.
to verify what the kind of clothes we're wearing. The kind of clothes we're wearing at this time of the season.
Yes, at this time of the season, if you can get some warm clothes, I mean jackets.
The type of clothes.
Yeah, you get some jackets, especially in the morning, where the temperatures fall below 20 degrees. It will be very, very cold if you can get some jacket. But during the day, at times, the temperature also rises to around 39 to 40. So you need to wear some light clothes. If you can get a cap on so that the dust will not also affect your hair, it will be very better. But during the day, you can get, during the morning and evening, you will get a warm cloth. And then during the day, you can take some light clothes out, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Shakur. Shakur from Wale Wale. Now, Charles, you are our last caller from Kumasi. Charles.
Yes, Roland.
Yes, sir.
My brother, how are you?
I'm fine, oh.
But I love you.
Yeah. I love you too. How is Kumasi? Are you feeling the Harmattan like we are in Accra too?
Yes. The weather is very, very chilling, and if you don't take care, you bring your wife double.
You see, huh? You'll be in trouble if you haven't planned for it. We just had a financial literacy educator on the show. He says that please plan the financial aspect of our life. So.
Oh yes, that is very true.
Okay.
I was enjoying. I tried calling, but I couldn't. I want to ask my daddy. Hello.
Yeah, he doesn't look too old. He's not actually a daddy. I think he'll be like the two of us. So I think it's the TV that's making him look. Oh, he's Mr. Potofi. Just Joseph will be fine. Go ahead, okay. Charles.
Mr. Potofi, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for the good work you're doing there. I want to find out basically what brings about this Harmattan, and to those of us who drive, is it still advisable to use air conditioning? And the last one is, what is the health effect of this particular wind that blows within this season? I'm grateful. Thank you very much, sir.
Charles, where in Kumasi are you calling from?
I am calling from Mansun and Twelkrum in, how do you call it, Amansia West.
Amansia West, oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Is it, okay, around Mansun Kwanta area?
Yes, yes.
I'll be traveling there very soon. I'll come for some fufu.
Oh, I'll be grateful. In fact, I'll be grateful. I'm ready to see you.
So I'll take your number, huh?
Oh, great. God bless you, sir.
All right, so they'll collect your number and then I'll call you later.
God bless you.
Okay, Charles, bye.
Yeah, okay, Charles. Your last question first. The health hazards of Harmattan. Yes, it brings a lot of dust particles, and there are people who are allergic to these dust particles, so they have to be very cautious. And also, when the dust particles are settling down, some contains aerosols or certain particles which might be harmful to our health. So we need to be covering our food. This is the time you need to cover, for those food vendors who have been selling, need to make sure that at least they cover their food, and then always you clean your room. When you go and come back, there will be dust, it will be dusty, so you need to be continuous cleaning.
Driving.
For the driving, yes, it's you put air conditioning on. And that one is your own personal decision, because if you feel you feel very cold, then you don't need to put any air conditioning. But because of the dust particles, you need to roll up. Then you put the air conditioning on. But you can reduce it. You can to the barest minimum. And I believe when we do all these things, the Harmattan will come, we'll enjoy our life and still be around for the next Harmattan.
Charles wants to know what causes Harmattan.
Very
if you
well.
Can take him through again.
Very well. As I said, we have seasons. Harmattan is a seasonal phenomenon that normally comes from the Sahara region. During this period, the sun has moved into the southern hemisphere. So it has also changed the dynamics of the wind flow. So what we are experiencing now is that instead of the wind flowing from southwesterly wind, from the coast to the land, it's now flowing from northeasterly trade winds. And once it's coming from the north, it is on a desert. So when it is coming, it carries a lot of dust particles. It throws the dust particles up into the atmosphere. Then when the dust particle is settling down, it settles on us here. And that is what we get as the Harmattan.
Thank you very much. Good geography education.
It's my pleasure.
So Joseph Potofi is a meteo officer. You're a meteo officer?
Yeah.
Okay, with the Ghana Meteorological Agency, but stationed at the Kutukan International Airport office. And we also have, is Mr. Chachu around?
Oh, he's going on leave. He's retired. Sorry, retired.
He's retired?
Yeah.
Is he that old? All right.
Yeah,
so thank you very much, Joseph. We also have to thank all of you who called into the show. But before then, David Kofi Wako, who is with World Vision Financial Services Limited. He's an entrepreneur, an investor, financial analyst, and management person. Abbas from Bole, Papa Stowe from Adoso, William Kumasi, Ajekum, Yankwanta, Paul, also from Nangpandure, Kinsley from Bibiani, Kofi. We've had Danny from Enyiname, Kwame from Ho, and then my man Charles, Sheikh from Wale Wale, and Cyril. All of you calling. Our correspondent who also helped us, Rafiq Salam, and Martina Bugri from Tamale. We all have to thank you for the good job you're doing. And we know that we'll be here same time tomorrow. But again, make sure that you keep your finances in check. If you know that, like me, you've already spent what you budgeted for the period and for the next month, please don't spend more. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye and be blessed.
Good morning.